fight. From TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
We are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Tonight, we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee, here's Cam Akers. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Looking to throw. Flushed out right, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And he lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So here are the Jaguars in great field position already. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around the finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On play action. They'll throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Going up top. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. What a start defensively. I mean, the offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second and inches, Hurts. Open man is Samuel, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll try the left side. Hines. He juked him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On second and goal. Hurts. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. On third down, here's Harris. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now, fourth and goal from the 2. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call? Is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Flush to us, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Porter. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a give right side. It's Hines. He's to the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Nyheim Hines, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. McCann's got it teed up. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for Indy. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. On second down now. It's Hines. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. McCann's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Indy set to go on offense once more. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They're going to look to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Chase Young. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. The Colts on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw. Powerful run. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Hardman to return. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game. Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try to left side. Hines, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Flushed out right. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. They'll run for it with Hines. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Decided to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah. Your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned. He's coming for you.
And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Again, he finds more. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 2nd and 6. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. There he goes, right side. 20.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no feet.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
McCann now for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
We'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
They'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 48. And his kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
McKenzie now from his end zone.
So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top.
As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the defending champs, the Eagles, who got the win on the road. The Eagles get back above 500 as they move to 3-2 with the victory. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. Justin Herbert sharp in the victory as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. Finally, we're out to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And as you see, they were winners in their ball game. Kyler Murray, terrific in the victory as his guys up their mark to 4-1 now. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. On first down, Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Now a give, right side. It's Hines. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 74 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 34-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Chris Jones on the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Throwing is Hurts.
Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out.
McCann's kick up and good.
And that'll push the lead up to 17. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Jaguars will have solid field position here as they take over at the 35-yard line.
This has been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
104 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get that complete to Alberto.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Hurts fumbles it. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
McCann's kick is good.
And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Sliding up, and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
Chase Young
able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Complete to Bryant. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On first down, Akers. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Jags grab it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple, and that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts, and that'll be incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. McCann's kick up and good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Porter. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanket.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. From the gun, it's Hurts. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Flush to his right. The right side going to be caught by Hardman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. McCann's kick is good. And that will make the lead now 26. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Jags grab it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Finding room to the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 70 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them whenever they've needed a big run.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. You can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
McCann's got it teed up. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
He finds his man, complete. That's Porter. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. He finds his man, complete. That's Porter. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Porter. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll look to throw again. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep running.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jags, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.